Right, this was meant to be the wonderful and talented Vonnie Boyce doing her journey to yes, which is basically a spiel about why you're voting yes, how you got there, or it can be kind of creative and fun and energetic and amazing. But unfortunately, Vonnie sent me a message at 4 o'clock today to say her babysitter had cancelled, so she couldn't come. Which meant, you've got me instead! Hooray! So on the train in from Stonehaven, I very quickly wrote a wee spiel, which could be terrible, or it could be really inspiring and energetic and creative, and it'll get you all going. Maybe. So I've just got to try and find it on my phone now. And I'm sorry if it's pish. Probably should have found it before I got on stage, eh? Alright, I got it. Okay, so I'll just start. I'll give you a wee introduction to who I am. My name's David Officer, and I am a musician, artist and photographer and general kind of man about town. I also helped to organise National Collective in Aberdeen. So it's me that ends up having to put together all this nonsense. And yeah, when Vonnie pulled out, I thought I'd better put my money where my mouth is and stand up and tell you why I'm voting yes and what I think of it and the opportunities it presents. So, I've got a wee spiel and I'll do my best to give it some energy. My journey to yes is probably fairly typical. There was no eureka moment, just a growing realisation that political union wasn't in our country's best interests any longer. We were being taken for a ride. But this isn't an embittered speech about how evil Westminster and the political elite are. We've our fair share of those arseholes in Scotland too. We need to focus on what a yes vote can give us, the opportunity it presents us with. There are many who will tell you this is idealistic talk, that we are promising a land of milk and honey without acknowledging the challenges or drawbacks of independence. And that's partly right. Much of the reasons for my yes vote are idealistic. You can't change the world by being a realist. You've got to aim for real change and aim high. This isn't the chance for a wee bit of reform, creating a Westminster light. Fuck that. This is the chance to change everything, to say enough. This is our line in the sand. I'm voting yes because the system is fucked. Our democracy in the UK is not working for the benefit of the many, but to the detriment of the many. Yes. And there is no option to change. We had a chance though, honestly. People voted for the Liberal Democrats believing they would put forward proportional representation, protect tuition fees, and bring in reform of the unelected House of Lords. People really believed in Nick Clegg. And what we got was a vote on a useless, watered-down version of proportional representation that no one really understood. They abandoned tuition fees and have taken Lords reform off the table. There are no other proposed reforms being offered. Nothing. That is it for democracy in this country. Take it or leave it, literally. But we have the guarantee of more powers for the Scottish Parliament. Sadly, this is really just more responsibilities. The power to only raise or lower income tax to cover your spending is just like being given your gas bill to pay, but no power to switch energy providers, to look at alternative fuels, look at solar panels, insulate your house, get better windows, or even just to put on a jumper. Your only power is how you use the gas coming into your house on the existing appliances you have. You can't buy any new heating without asking the landlord first, and they won't let you in case all their other properties start asking for it. And that's what we've got in the UK. So in voting yes, because we can't get not just some of the powers, but all of the powers and all of the responsibilities. If we make a mistake, it's our fault, and we'll have to deal with it, not Westminster. That's why I said it's only partly true that we're idealistic and not presenting the challenges. No one is saying this will be easy. It won't be. There'll be money spent, and it might be hard on the economy for a few years. But it might also be good. Economies are funny that way. Not easy to predict. But it's nothing we can't deal with. So there'll be challenges, there'll be setbacks, but remember the opportunity. We get the chance to write our own constitution, for one, to say what kind of country we want Scotland to be. We have the opportunity to get rid of nuclear weapons, to say that Scotland stands for peace, not war. We have the opportunity to create a fairer country, to tackle the horrendous levels of poverty in Scotland, not just in our cities, but across parts of rural Scotland where much of the land is owned by just over 400 individuals. This is our chance to change all that. Once we vote yes, we all need to shout about the country we want and make sure we get the democracy we've campaigned for. It's our only chance to change things, to reject the system that has led to bankers to continuing to receive eye-watering bonuses while food banks open in every town in the country. We can do better, and our efforts can inspire change across the UK and Europe. Independence doesn't mean we're voting for an insular country only concerned with the welfare of our own people. Ours means that we'll have a voice to represent the people living here on the world stage. No, I don't want to copy and paste that. As part of the European Union, we currently have only 6 MEPs. The same number as tiny Malta, yet Denmark has 13, with a similar population to Scotland. With a yes vote, we can ensure our voice is heard as loudly as other countries in Europe. And why is this important? Because currently, the UK representatives are fighting for what benefits the City of London and the dense population in the southeast of England. And that's perfectly logical for them to do. But it means ignoring the differing requirements of Scotland, with its population spread thinly across a vast country, huge renewable potential, and the worst child poverty statistics in Europe. We desperately need to speak for ourselves as part of the international community, and not separate from it. We desperately need to imagine a better Scotland, and vote yes to start the process of making it happen. Thank you.